Welcome to episode 7 of this Let's Play series. My name is Daz Tactic. Welcome to the series. Hope you've been enjoying it. We are playing as the Teekans and our pirate fleet, if we just sort of, well, the anti-pirate fleet, really. It's the first pirate fleet, is limping home after successfully destroying the rabid Teekan zombies from the last episode, from episode 6. So we've sort of now destroyed the station that was causing issues there. We still actually have some ships that are going to be a bit damaged in the back there. Actually, no, they're coming home. They're limping home. A few little things that are going on. Now, we've got the we've built a colony ship. I'm going to decline that just for 1 second. There's a few things I want to do with this. We are looking to be expanding. Now, one of the problems we have is our cash flow is sort of negative. Well, not sort of negative. It is negative, and that's going to then impact our research. Our research will be going at about half rate because we've got no extra funding to put into research at this point in time. So that's something we're going to have to look at. But we can probably do that long term. Like we do actually have a couple of colony ships now moving across. We've got a Pathfinder. Where are the colony ships? Let's have a look. Okay, one's in through here. Now it's limping really, really badly, and this one through here is also does have some fuel. It's just going to get there just in time, but it's still going to run out of fuel. Now I'm going to design a better colony ship. So let's just go and do that. I do find that the game actually does a very, very poor job of designing colony ships. Now I've got that on manual, which I didn't think I had done that. Have I already done that in this episode? Maybe I already have. We have. Forget it. done and dusted. All right, so we can actually go and build new colony ships in that case. Yeah, I don't know whether we want to be going after any more colonies at this point in time. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten that I'd done that. Now we've got Worcester 3 as well. We've got Worcester 1, and Worcester 3 is actually even better. All right, well, let's build a colony ship and go there as well. So by doing this, what we end up doing is creating like a I guess growth for the future, but not in the short term. In the short term, this leads to bigger issues, and so we have to be a bit careful of this. What it does, it essentially means that we end up going backwards even further with our finances. But we can afford it at the moment. Now we've still got our major fleet through here, which has now done a good job against the pirates. We're coming up against more pirates now further out, so we'll need to sort of be a bit mindful of that when these ships do go in for their for colonising these different worlds. So we're still a long way off there. What I might do is I might just speed up time until we actually get like another event. I don't like doing this, but I think in this instance we've just got to keep something going. In fact, I may even pause the recording until we actually get some sort of event. Yeah, so look, we've got a coloniser now getting very close. This one is still a little way off, and then we have another coloniser on its way as well to go to Worcester 3. The Quiet Sun, along with the... actually, that's going back for a retrofit. This one is getting very close. It's just going to be just inside its fuel capacity. Now, this is our old design, the one that's not very effective. So we'll just watch it as it comes back into this particular Worcester 1 planet, and so this will then start to drain even more finances away as we start to colonize these different worlds. We can sort of see that when we look at the actual colony screen, just the F4 to go and pick these up. You'll notice that Ossinsec is actually starting to actually come good. The support cost will always be at least 1,000, and so if it can get enough population, this is now over 100 million, it then starts to have an option where it can start to sort of push the tax rate up a little bit and try to get some of the money from the actual system itself. It does take a long time to get this though. So this is still very, very low development. We need to keep on with our mining. We need to sort of get the goods flowing to these different worlds. Now, building 3 worlds in a row is a bit of not a great idea, to be honest. But what it'll do is if we can get past this next phase of the game relatively unscathed, it means we're going to have some nice colonies there for the mid-game. That's really that's what we're trying to sort of do. So we've got we should be very close now to colonising this particular world. In she comes. There goes the colonists landing on the planet, and it's now poured. There we go. New colony founded. So this is Worcester 1. We'll just go and dismiss that. So we now are in control of this particular planet, and we'll see that our money will go back up again. So this one here, just so you can see what this, it's all about the support costs. What we're trying to do is have zero tax rate, get our development up, so our approval can go up, so we can make this one, get this as developed as possible, as quickly as possible. And then what we're going to be able to then do is that will then give us more growth and more income, so that we can then get above the 100 million that we need to be back and through this side, and then continue on from there. So we're going to have a few planets that are going to be draining more and more money from us, just for the short term. Let's just turn this around. And then we've got another one going in. Must be getting close now, I think. In she goes. The colonist is now going into this way. This one is not the greatest planet, but I do want to claim it because eventually we're going to be able to work this one. It's just under the 20 that we want. Now we're getting all these different pirate attacks. I'm just ignoring them for now until we actually find where they actually are. Now that's Worcester 3 as well. Does that... Have we done both in very, very short terms? So the new design is actually working quite well. Yeah, we've got both the Worcester planets now have been settled, and this is going to then start to ultimately push our borders back even further. And then we've got the other colonizer just coming in here. No, that's not the one. Not that one. I forgot which one it is. This one, I think. So they're coming in. This one's got an escort, a missile escort, just coming on in. By the way, guys, thank you very much for the comments and things. It's been great to actually sort of read what you guys are thinking and the suggestions that you have. I learn a lot from you, so it's always I always really enjoy reading it. And I did put out an appendix. Actually, I've finished recording episode 6 before I started uploading, and then I had a look to see what the comments were from episode 1, and a lot of people were saying that I should really look at changing my design. But I did do a test, and I did upload the test between the concussion missiles and the Epsilon torpedoes, and it ended up being that the concussion missiles did outperform the Epsilon torpedoes with the current design that we have for our frigates. So that was interesting to see that, actually. I did enjoy experimenting with that and just seeing what actually happened. It was, as I say, very, very interesting to see that. All right, well, we'll keep these sort of coming. Discovery, yeah, we're just getting more and more stuff in through here. So what's going to happen now is our money situation is just going to become a bit of a problem, as you can see through here. And so what we need to do... Oh, here we go. This is actually massively important. Now, we've got enhanced civilian ships, which is coming, which is important. We've now got the planetary governance research completed as well. I'll just put this one back so I don't have to pause it all the time. We can dismiss that one. And dismiss that one there. Now, we want to do it pretty much on colonies that are like big colonies like Daz-Tiki Prime. So we'll see that it will actually reduce the corruption losses by a fair bit. We're going to get 20,000 more out of that one, and then 22% of that 20,000. So it's worth a couple of thousand to us. So let's just go across and build that one there. So you can see that through there, the location bonuses. We get more happiness as well, which means we can even tax even higher. So 10% colony corruption reduction. We get extra defence and plus development as well. So these things all help enormously. So we'll throw that one in there. And this one being over 100 million, it's worth doing it here as well. So let's just go and do this. This one also has a big drain. The maintenance cost of 10,000 credits. If we could get rid of that, we'd be in a very, very good position. Now, it's still not ready for this to be destroyed yet because it is improving the colony. And so that is worth keeping until it really does. We'll get a message saying this is no longer really viable. So let's just keep that one going on the actual planet itself. You can see there, terraforming improvement is at 8%. We need that one up to, it'll go up to 10%. So we've got 2 more percentage points from the terraformer. So the Gate of Karuz. All right, so let's take me to this location. So this is a volcanic planet, so we can't do much with this one. We've discovered the Gate of Karuz, ancient ruins from a lost civilization at the volcanic planet Karuz 1 in the Karuz system. Our scanners show that the ruins lie amidst the vast rocky plain blanketed with thousands of geothermal steam vents. Should we investigate? Of course we should. Now, where is this? Where is that? It's just on the outside border of our territory. So let's go and set this one up do an investigation. So technology recovered. In the Gate of Kuruz, we've made a curious discovery. We found technology that has advanced our understanding of accelerated projectiles. So that's going to be like railguns. These ruins provide the following colony bonuses, so plus 11% colony development and plus 11% scenery. So we can acquire scenery bonuses by building a resort base here. To obtain the other bonuses, we should colonize the planet, which is not going to be suitable for us. Hang on. No, that's negative 30. Okay, that's fine. But we can actually build a resort base, which is worth doing. These are worth doing pretty much anywhere. Let's just have a quick look at the resort locations. Now, we've got a lot of them. These are the ones that they're recommending to us. I might just build a few more of these. I'll just do them in order of priority. This is not a high priority one. I'll build 3 more. Dismiss that. Just to get more income coming in to try to sort of overcome the shortfalls that we actually have with our cash flow. Now, I'm still interested in settling more and more planets as things do sort of go forward. This one's just going to be limping in with its lack of fuel, so it's just going very, very slowly. Yeah, we'll just miss that. It won't really matter that much. I love the scale of this game. It's just you can sort of really knuckle down and have a good look at things in close, or go sort of beyond there. It's very, very cool. I've got a funny feeling like I had other things I was going to do in the game. I don't think we were going to do any invasions. I think we were just going to leave them alone. Who do we know about? Yeah, there's a Xenox domain somewhere, but we don't know where they actually are. But we're growing nicely. This is actually good for us as the Teekans. We do need to get this growth happening early, and so we can then sort of maximize it later on. Now that's long-range scanners. Have we got that from... Where have we got that? I thought we destroyed this. Well, that's good. I thought we got rid of that. Oh, I'm losing my mind. It's been a couple of days. Here we go. So we've now got the Vudran one. This one is not as good as the others, so that's a bit of a problem. That's 18. We're always going to be losing a bit of money there. The suitability is not quite what it should be. All right, so we've now got these colonies being established back out through here. We've got 2 at our home world. And one thing we should do is, just for protection, is just go and set these up with just a few troops. 3 or 4 will do initially. I just don't want them being raided too much by pirates initially. Now, our forces are incredibly weak, and I'll just get 4 on each of these planets as well. So it's not really like, we're better off getting robotic troops and using them ultimately. And we'll probably do them from our capital. We haven't got the tech for that yet, though. We do have an armor barracks. It is worth getting that. It's only attacks at about the strength of other forces, but we can get like an armored breakthrough with that. I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet. Yeah, we'll get that one. Just add them to the list. The cloning is not going to work all that well for us. Now, this is important as well, so what I might do is I might just crash this program while we've got the money, pay the costs, and we've got nothing else. Now, it would be good for us to go and get the desert colonization, but that's going to take 13 years for that one. Other things we can get. What do we want? What do we want? This would be nice. That's 3 years. The attack shuttles would be good as well. I think we were looking at trying to get these Zim-Zip attack shuttles. at some point. That's racial specific, so it certainly does help. The engines as well, like we've actually got the efficient and we've got the enhanced. It's funny because we, like in this one, we don't actually have access into the Acceleros engines, so there must be like a missing link there somewhere that's not quite opening that up for us, which is still okay. The energy efficient engines would be enough. The shielding would be very important to us. Actually, the nuclear supercharging, I might grab that because this one will then save us a lot of space on our ships. And I am looking to get the robotic forces now. Where are they? They're not there. They should be in here. I think they're supposed to be in this area through this side. Yeah, there's the accelerated. There's the heavy railgun, which we don't really get to use. Like, it's not really of great value to us. So I think we'll just leave that where that is. It would have been good to get some of these other missiles as well, I guess. Anyway, look, let's just leave it there, but that sort of gets us out of the way. And again, we really don't want to be worrying too much about our colonies until we get the population over 100 million. And these are actually growing nicely. Vudran has only just been settled, so it's a little bit slow. But we can see there, it's not dramatic, but if we took over these, it would be dramatic. It would be like maybe sort of 8,000 or 9,000. Actually, probably not that much. There's only small populations that they actually have there. Keep that one there. For the pirate fleet, I might let them just do their own missions for a little while. So what we're going to do here is just go and tell them, we're going to set them up as their own fleet. So let's just go across to the fleet templates. We're going to add a new fleet template, and we're going to call this one the probably just the user fleet, because manual is actually, it's going to be a manual fleet. User manual fleet. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. Just so we know that this is actually a fleet that we can do anything we like with. We won't put any ships on board it. And we're going to change this one. The role is going to be set to manual. By setting this one up, we end up with a fifth version of the fleets that we can then make use of. Engagement range will be 33% of fuel range would be about right, I think. Fleet should retreat when the enemy strength is 100% or greater. The attack stance, I'm just going to keep that on neutral, and that will be fine. So I won't override the ships. We'll let the ships do their own thing. So that's all we need to do there, and that just sets up a fleet with no ships allocated, but the role is manual. So it means that we can override the fleet, and we can then give it other designations for how it's going to then perform. So that's the designation for building the fleets, which is, there's no, like with that one, if I select one of these, I can then form or build new raiding forces. This one here doesn't actually have any, so that's because it's got 0 ships. So we'll just go back out from there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to my actual fleet. So I'm just going to press number 1, and I'm going to set these up as instead of an attack fleet, which is what it was sort of set as by default, the user manual fleet. So that's the designation. So the template is a user manual fleet. I can then go through and say, I want you to defend. So this is going to be basically just zipping around within a third of its, which is actually a long way. I might change that. We might just change actually we can change it in here. 50% of fuel range. I'm just going to go into sector range. Just so that way it'll be sort of like just within our local little area and through this side. Okay, that'll be good. That'll be good. Here we go. Assign mission. The first pirate mission to investigate the threats at the Kalandis system. Let's see. Let's assign that mission. So this will then just go off and do its own missions now. The Kalandis system is where it'll find targets. Where's it heading off to? Move to Kalandis. Oh, it's really close. All right, so it's found a threat in here. And so it will just keep on asking and saying, hey, can we do this? Because of the automatic designation. So off it goes to just kill off Gravelexes, which is fine. And so I don't need to, when I've got that on auto, like these actual fleets. Whoa, just had a crash. Yeah, sorry, that just had a crash, so I've had to just, the auto save is back into here. I so rarely get them, like it's sort of, I know that other people have been getting a lot of them, but I haven't actually had many. Just go back and have a look at the fleet. Yeah, so this is not set up the way that we just did it, so we're just going to go back again, just quickly do that again. So we're just going to go and add new. So use a manual fleet. And set that one to manual. And engagement range, I'll go sector range in this case. What we do with our fleet will override this anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. It's more just so we can actually give it a designation and have it do its own thing without this overriding. Like when we said it's to defense, the template will be this sort of override type template. So we'll just leave that one where that is. Just go back in. Oh, hang on, it didn't save it. Why not? Or did it? It did. There we go. So we designate that, and then we set this one to defend. It will then ask, should we actually attack the Calendar system? We'll assign the mission. It will now go back off again. And so if we have a look and just go and change this one from 50% of fuel range to, not same system, sector range, just so we're a little bit further out from where we actually are. That way it'll sort of just work our local area. And we'll just wait. Now I'm a bit worried this is going to crash again, but let's just have a bit of a look and see. Yep, so we're under attack by a Gravel-X. So when they go, there's the Gravel-X way over here. Oh, that's actually another ship that's the first is, oh yeah, they are still from the first. Range is short. Here we go. Yes, this thing's already being blasted with the concussion missiles. There we go. Sort of finish that off pretty quickly. No real dramas. So these guys, again, if we just click on these, they're still on auto. You can see this fleet roll is on defend. They're just going to defend targets within sector range of Daz-Tiki spaceport. So they'll just go back now, moving back to the spaceport again. And that's what they'll do. They'll just keep on finding targets within that range. I can increase that range if we wanted to. They'll keep on asking for, if they can do other missions. Now, I can set that to auto as well, just so that they always do it. But I think I'll actually just leave that one alone, and we'll wait and see what actually does happen. Now, I don't know how much I had recorded before I had the crash, so I'll just let it go. That one should be within range as well. So we're looking for a mission to the Daggerlin system. I think we've got a few more around the place as well. We'll just wait and see what it actually comes up with. I'm just going to move back to the spaceport. When they have no more missions, they'll then ask again. Now, is this crashed? Yeah, that's good. And did we set up the next one? Yep, we did. That's good. So we've got a Gravel-X down here. Well, we'll just speed her up again, I guess. There's not really a lot we can action at this point in time. Just got to wait for these populations. Our colony is under attack by the bloody skyjackers. So I'll have a look at this because they will be landing. Now we've got some troops on the ground, Actually, they're not ready yet. They've only just been built. Assign the first two. Yeah, okay. So yes, we'll assign the mission. So we're just going to keep on allowing these missions to go. Now they've just stolen a whole lot of stuff from this world. It's no longer as important as what it was. So that's the raid that they actually just did on the ground there. It's as like if they do steal things, we've now got enough infrastructure. We're low on fuel. Like we don't have enough Caslon supplies. We've only got 2 of 10. We might just go and go to new mining locations and just go to Caslon. And we've got a few. Let's just get a few of these set up. Wow, 100%. That's awesome. So we get these big ones done and just queue them up. That way we can sort of make sure that the Caslon runs. Yeah, so we've got a research facility. So again, we've got more pirates coming in. I don't really have the strength to protect my forces all that well. Right, so we've got a Forticar. These are actually the hardest of the creatures. This one's out on its own. It's jumping away. The missiles are going in. The iron bombs won't do much. Alright, that's been done. This one's been injured slightly, so it will now go back for repair. So again, just all on auto, which I love. So off they go. A couple of ships got damaged, so they'll just go automatically back and repair themselves. Oh, here we go. Now I'm going to pause this because this is the start of something good for us. You captured Yusan Preferian of the Xenox Dominion, preparing to steal our territory map. So we've actually caught a spy, and we've caught a Xenox spy. Now these are very, very good. If we go and have a bit of a look, we've got 237k. Our cash flow is not bad for the amount of new colonies that we actually have. So these will sort of slowly build up. Yeah, I think what we might do is, we've got 3 spies all on counterintelligence. Our spies aren't very good at anything. This one's good at counterintelligence, but nothing else. And the other spies we're going to have are going to be pretty much the same. But having this guy in here, now actually he is a double agent, so he's of no value to us. I thought that if we were lucky enough to catch one that didn't have double agent, that would be awesome. So we could have actually done something with that one. But not to be, he's of no great value. So when he came in, when we caught him, he did happen to pick up this trait. So unfortunately, he is someone that we can either recruit, return, or execute. We can also then go into here and actually speak with them and negotiate a deal for them to buy him back. So I don't know if they're going to have enough money for that. Let's just see. They've only got 5,000 credits. He's of no value at all. I think I'll just hold on to him. Never mind, we'll just keep him in prison. He's not going to be any good as a spy for anyone now. Let's have a quick look and see if there's any other colonies that are worth getting. They've got to be over 20 really to make them viable. These aren't going to be great for now until we sort of really get them on side. Finding more and more locations internally. How are we going with our fleet? Still going back for repairs. When that's done, it should then go and choose this one. Should be the next closest one for them to go and investigate. So still got the repairs going in. I do like the auto system. I find that it works well. I've heard of other people actually having troubles with it, but as long as you've got, this is what designates it as being automatic. If that's got an M on it, it means that it's manual. Like if I click on that one, I can make it manual. I can still have the template as manual with that on whichever one I want, and it'll then act accordingly different ways, which you can then read about in the Galacticpedia if you're sort of wanting to try to figure out what's what. So if we go to, I don't know if it'd be a fleets. Yeah, so this is actually tells you what it's going with the 5 types of fleets. So what it will then try to actually then go and do. So defense used to target important locations and respond to enemy attacks within range. Raid, smaller fleets used to attack smaller targets like bases and other small fleets. An invasion used to land lots of troops with the attack. Large fleets of major assaults against enemy targets like colonies or spaceports. So they're the different types of fleets that you can have. Now we've got the manual. We've got a manual fleet design with the designation on defence, so it'll act like a defence fleet. We don't want that, and we'll leave that one alone. Unknown items. Let's have a quick look and see. Are these guys still? Oh, they're still moving back to their spaceport. Once they get back there, they'll then look for another mission and head off. Head off on another adventure, which should be the Daggerland system. Now, I think I must be out of time in this episode. I just don't know how long it was before the crash occurred. So, I'll wind it up. I'll just double check to see if they are... Yeah, they're still moving to that spaceport. They should accept the mission any second now. Like there's no other ships nearby. Come on. Finish their move. It's a nice strong little fleet, this one, the 12 ships we actually have here. I think if we get many more raids, I might even split these fleets up into 2 and actually have like a have one of the fleets go out and just look after these outer colonies. And we're finding more planets. Yeah, nothing great. Nothing great. Yeah, here we go. Oh, they're going out to the Vidrin system. Yep, assign the mission. Off you go. So they'll just keep on doing these missions, which is great. Like, you know, we don't have to worry about it. They'll eventually clear out all of the beasties from around our territory. And as there's more threats that come in, they'll just sort of try to respond to them and react to them. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in episode 8.